Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. And you know, the shots will be dropping tonight with James Harden on the floor. What makes him so hard to guard, Shaq?
Well, you know, I've never been a shooter, but I've played with a lot of shooters and I've studied their shots. I am a doctor, Ernie. So in analyzing his shot, he has a very controlled release no matter how many hands are in his face. As soon as he crosses half court, he's a threat to pull up.
Ernie.
Shaq the Quack.
Ernie.
I like that one, Ernie.
What am I doing?
You're doing that James Harden
I'm stirring
thing.
the pot, baby.
Yeah.
I'm stirring the pot, baby. I'm
Yeah.
stirring. But the moment he gets you off balance, he puts you on that island, and then it's over. And it's over. This guy has an unbelievable knack to score. One of the best in the business that I've seen in a long time.
And he got that crazy Euro step.
Oh, the Euro.
I mean, that
straight.
thing looks like a travel a lot of times.
No, it is. It's not a Euro step. It's a travel step. It's a vacation step.
Oh, okay.
It's a Euro vacation.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I thought you were talking about his beard.
What does this mean?
He's on an island. He's stirring the pot. Whatever he's
Whatever
doing,
it means,
he's
yeah.
doing it.
Got it.
He's doing it.
Hey,
Got you on that island.
Kevin Harlan, you see us
Couldn't
doing
guard
this?
you.
You see us doing this? Looks pretty stupid, doesn't it? Yeah. Back to you.
That's what that means for real?
If you came for battle, just expect to bleed. Oh, I'm a born survivor. Don't count me out, cause what don't kill me only makes me stronger. Cause what don't kill me is only more to conquer. Makes me stronger.
Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Rockets, and Houston is looking to play Texas big. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
Tip-off goes to Houston, and the Houston Rockets starting five. Beverly and Harden are the 1 and the 2. Clint Capella is out there with Anderson, and it's Ariza in at the 3. Now here's Harden. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got the first basket of the game for the Rockets. And with the Bulls, there has been a sense of disconnect between the front office and the coaching staff. We've read about it, we've heard about it, and the fans and the players throw them into the mix too for quite some time. Steve, the stigma just hasn't gone away.
Something that would clear up everything if the Bulls could get back to just winning. When teams start to slide, there's a lot of finger pointing, and that's been going on in Chicago.
Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
That free throw missing.
And for a center, Robin Lopez is definitely one of the better free throw shooters in the league.
And he sinks the second. And for a team with as much talent as the Rockets have had over the last few seasons, the results have been pretty mixed.
Yeah, and look at the club's recent rosters. I mean, they've been filled with a couple mega stars and then everyone else. At some point, you have to look past all the individual stuff and make the commitment as a team to play for each other. Unselfish, fundamental basketball.
Now here's Anderson. After Dwayne Wade's miss, lets it go from 14. And that one goes long.
He's usually money from mid-range, but the defender got up in his shirt, took him out of rhythm. To me, that's just a loss of focus. He was wide open from one of his favorite spots.
Now here's Anderson on the mark with the 15-footer.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
The mid-range jump shot, he's so comfortable. He's got such a great feel from that distance.
And here's Rondo. Lopez dishes to Wade. Fader on the way. Another miss by Wade.
I like that shot for him, though. Very little defensive pressure. He typically rises up and buries that.
From deep, Harden. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Beverly against Rondo. They set the pick. Harden has a wide open look. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
On the defensive end, you have to fight through screen. That is commitment. And the lid comes off the basket. After 4 straight misses, they finally get one.
Here is Harden following the score by Taj Gibson. Harden kicks to Ariza. Good.
He's always one step ahead of the game. Passes like that show off his court vision.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Now here's Rondo. Lopez kicks to Wade. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot left block. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on James Harden. And a lot of players who play like Wade will have brief careers due to the stress it puts on their body. You know, Greg, Wade has had his share of injuries in his time in the NBA, but he is still putting up big numbers despite all the bumps and bruises.
That's a great point. Undersized guards take a beating when they are attacking the basket. Wade has missed a lot of games, but he's been healthy when it matters most. He's also done a good job to adjust his game to be a danger when he's not barreling through the lane.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. And the return of Wade to his hometown Chicago Bulls, Greg. One of the major stories, certainly, in free agency.
Yeah, I mean, he had bigger offers on the table, but said the only real options for him were Miami or Chicago. And for a Bulls team that seemed on the verge of a rebuild, getting Wade has given them a fighting chance now in the East.
Now Rondo. James Harden missing on the 3. Rondo passes to Butler. Gibson dishes to Butler. Lopez sets a screen for Butler. Shot off the pick, and he hits the jump shot.
He's comfortable with contested shots. Does a nice job of elevation and concentration at the rim.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, I did speak with Fred Hoiberg. He said one of the challenges they face in this matchup is the shot blockers. He said we've got to use pump fakes and get their guys up in the air. Anything that helps us convert close-in looks, or at the very least, get to the line. Kevin?
Okay, Dave, thanks. And quite a focus for the game here early on, and an important one too, guys.
Yeah, I mean, up against this team, finding ways to crack their defensive shell is always going to be the #1 challenge.
You can't stand around. You have to set picks. You have to cut. You have to have body movement to get quality shots.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Gibson with the screen on Beverly. Rondo kicks to Gibson. Wade outside. 6 to shoot. Shot on the wing. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
And Dwayne Wade will do work on you from the mid-range if you let him.
Beverly, the pass to Harden. Here's Capella, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
He has a nose for the glass and a sixth sense in terms of how to read the angles.
Houston shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Bulls trail by 5. Outside Rondo. He dishes it to Lopez. Gibson the screen. Rondo kicks to Lopez. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist.
And it's rare to see that, but Lopez shows some confidence knocking down the mid-range jumper.
Harden outside. Ariza outside. Anderson outside. Clock at 6. Houston needs to get a shot off. The three from Harden bangs home the trifecta. Harden's got 5 now.
He is very frustrating to guard because he makes plays that will drive you crazy.
There's the pick. Lopez dishes to Wade. Down low, Butler passes to Lopez.
And when you look at the Rockets, I mean, plenty of offense, but last year there was a huge drop-off defensively. And given this team's lofty goals, that really flies right in the face of that old adage, defense wins championships.
That's good from Lopez. That one is no good.
And here in the early going, missed free throws starting to become the storyline.
To the paint. Here's Capella. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. He's got 9. And talking about how the Rockets are structured, they do have some players on the roster, Greg, who can play defense. It's a wonder they've been so bad at that end.
I mean, the problem with defense, though, Kevin, is that it takes all 5 guys to buy in. You have to have a level of trust on the floor, and that happens for the Rockets only once in a while, which is why they give up an insane number of points to their opponents.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Hey, it's not what he's known for, but every so often, Wade does pull up from deep.
And Houston calls their first timeout of the game. Mirotic is checked in for Taj Gibson. Eric Gordon is checked in for the Rockets. Here is Harden. He's got 5. Anderson the screen. There's the pick. Kicks to Beverly. A 3-ball. He can't get it to go. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. And it's Rondo in the corner. Another 3 for Chicago.
Rondo from outside. How about that?
Houston in the lead. And here's Beverly. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Rondo kicks to Mirotic. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And we knew that Mirotic could shoot, but he showed a lot more consistency, Steve, last season from deep. Saw his big jump in that 3-point percentage column.
Mirotic can definitely shoot the basketball, and we know that he's going to be a threat for his team. Shooting it deeper and deeper. What the good thing for him is his percentage is starting to go up. I think for him is to limit some of the off-balance shots and some of those shots that's so deep that you just can't shoot a high percentage.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Valentine comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Grant in for Rajon Rondo. And it's tied up with that one.
Nikola Mirotic is one of those guys you're waiting for just to break out. He's a stretch four that can really knock down a lot of threes. He can be dangerous. We just wait for him to have that breakout season.
Takes a shot at the elbow, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Rockets have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. Anderson wide open. A three-pointer is right on target. Anderson's got 5 points so far. And with Mirotic, the potential is definitely there, Steve. He has a great shot and looked a lot more comfortable, I thought, in the games he started.
You know, the reason why is because the attention is not on him. When you're playing with the starters, you're like the forgotten guy. So he can sneak in, trail, and knock down threes.
Offensive rebound. Lopez. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Nene.
And Lopez doing whatever he can to get himself to the line.
For Chicago, they have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there. And the first one at the line is good. Well, we know the NBA has always valued scorers, guys who can put the ball in the basket and get paid to do it and do it well and do it a lot. Do you think, Steve, the great defenders are still undervalued in this NBA?
Yeah, I think so. I think people don't understand from my day to now, because of the new rules, no hand checking, no touching. You have guys now that's a premium to be able to guard some of these guys. The way they're scoring the basketball, you need more guys that can defend at an elite level than I think you did in the past.
Harder to play good defense or good offense?
I think harder to play good defense right now because you can't touch.
Right.
Guy coming at you, full speed, just a sleight of hand touch, it's a foul now.
So more effort, more hustle required on that
yes,
end.
More team defensive minded right now, I think, as well.
Good work there as it goes. Bulls trail by 3. Grant kicks to McDermott. Dishes to Mirotic. Lopez, a screen on Gordon. Valentine passes to Grant. 6 on the shot clock. The rebound by Anderson. Houston leading by 3. Pass to Prigioni. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there. Grant with the ball. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. McDermott kicks to Lopez. Here's Valentine. Leans inside. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Nene.
The Bulls last year with a surprisingly disappointing season. They missed the playoffs for the first time since 2008. Ended up 9th in the East. 1 spot out of the playoffs.
He misses the free throw. And although the Bulls were able to finish above 500 with a 42-40 record, Steve, fans were hoping to see that team challenge for the East title in the playoffs.
A big problem for the Bulls was the rest of the East and their own division drastically improved as well. The Bulls were a team that just couldn't get it going last season.
He hits the second from the line. Houston leading by 4. Prigioni kicks to Gordon. The 3 from Anderson. Rebound by the Bulls. Now Mirotic. Grant outside. And the layup falls.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
But what he does is uses his body extremely well to shield off the defenders from the basketball.
Anderson outside. Again, the Rockets score.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Bulls trail by 4. Feeds it to Valentine. Mirotic up top. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Now here's McDermott, covered by Brewer. Shot clock at 5. Here's Grant. The Rockets pull it in. Anderson's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
It has not been an easy quarter for him offensively, but I like that he's staying aggressive.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And the Rockets making a change here. Ennis is checked in. And we see the growth of the three-point shooting big man, the stretch 4, if you will. Ryan Anderson was at the forefront, it seems, of that movement.
Yeah, especially at his volume of threes. He's never been just a secondary floor spacer. He's a go-to scoring threat with his outside shooting.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
And you're going to have to foul Robin Lopez harder than that. He's just too strong.
The Bulls have made 7 of their last 12 attempts at the line.
At the line for the Bulls, 1 shot.
That's good from Lopez.
You talk about the Bulls team last season, a little bit of dysfunction. The Bulls decided to break up the backcourt of Rose and Butler. That was a surprising move to me.
Here's Nene. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And the Bulls making a change here. Snell's checked in. And thinking back to the Bulls trade, it's never easy to move an all-star guard. But, it probably had to be done.
Yes, it is. I mean, when you have an all-star, when you start talking about change, you want to get and bring in value. I think the Chicago Bulls, they had to do this. It's just going to take some time for this to settle in.
59 seconds left to play in the first. Ennis kicks to Gordon. Nene, the screen. To the middle. Back to Gordon. Shot clock at 6. He feeds it to Nene. Mirotic grabs the miss.
That was a huge face-off at the rim. 2 great competitors. Defense took it.
Now here's Valentine. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And it's Grant in the corner. McDermott with the screen for Grant. The high post shot. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5.
Oh, no. He's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
The Rockets shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Two shots.
And he makes the first. Good on both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Here's Mirotic. Off target from outside. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Rockets ahead. They lead by 6. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And a guy who seems to improve every season, Jimmy Butler. He spoke with us about one of his biggest surprises.
It's crazy because I never thought that anybody would be preparing to guard me night in and night out. But they do. I have to learn to cope with that and still find a way to be successful on both ends of the floor. And it's a learning curve for me also, but I'm figuring it out.
And hard to doubt the dedication of Jimmy Butler. He's found a way to overcome obstacles at each important point along the way.
You know, he's a self-made player, and if Butler can stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
They've been a well-oiled machine offensively thus far.
Little to no errors whatsoever, and they just keep getting better.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Ennis out there with Harden. Then there's Nene. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Gordon in at the small forward position. And here's Ennis. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Nene, the screen. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Can't make good off the pick. Bulls trail by 3. That's a 2 from Snell. And the rebound goes to Nene. The 3 from Harden. That one doesn't drop. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Wade dishes to Rondo. Gibson with it. Picked up by Nene. Nene against Gibson. Here's Mirotic. And out of bounds it is. Last touch by Mirotic. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know Jimmy Butler made a big bet on himself back in 2014. He turned down the Bulls' 4-year, $44 million contract extension offer, and it paid off. After a breakthrough season, he signed a new contract, a max deal for 5 years and $95 million. Instead of his decision, I was nervous. I'm not going to lie to you, but everything I put myself through, I knew what I was capable of.
He's come a long way, David. Thank you.
Get there.
It's Harden with the drive. That one's good. Just his third make brings him to 3 for 8 in this game.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim?
Butler sets a screen for Rondo, and it's Wade in the corner. Three-pointer, and the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Nikola Mirotic. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And it's in there. Now it's a 7-point Rocket lead.
Not the best pick I've ever seen, but it was just enough to get the job done.
Rondo kicks to Gibson. Wade outside. Back to Gibson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Gibson's got his second basket.
Love seeing Gibson toy with the defense. So good at catching them off guard with the catch and shoot.
It didn't take long for Coach Hoiberg to have his first taste of what it's like to be an NBA coach. Jimmy Butler famously said he wanted Hoiberg to coach the Bulls a lot harder during their struggles.
Well, they were used to being coached hard. I think for Hoiberg, he has to be himself. A coach has to have the players buy into their system. And you know what? Winning helps and losing doesn't.
Now here's Ariza. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. And it's Capella missing.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Rondo kicks to Mirotic. Drills the three-pointer. Mirotic has got 9 points.
The perimeter shooting of Mirotic, a huge staple of his game that he utilizes so well when he's in rhythm.
They set the pick. Nene the pass to Harden. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. 9 points in the game so far.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
On the defensive end, you have to fight through screen. That is a commitment.
Now here's Rondo. Gibson the screen. Back to Rondo. Clock at 6. Shot off the screen. Rockets with the rebound. Capella's got 6 rebounds in the game. Harden outside. Nene dishes to Beverly. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Rondo. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Got to respect the attacking mindset of Rondo. Always looking to go right to the cup.
Beverly against Rondo. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Down low, Capella, pass to Nene. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
Lopez, he's checked in for Chicago. While there are a lot of great players in the NBA that come off the bench, act as the sixth man for their team. Who would be your pick right now, Steve, for the best sixth man in the NBA?
I think this award has his name all over it. Jamal Crawford. And then a guy,
He's
Andre
37 years old or 38 years old.
Every year he's either 1, 2, or 3 in my vote. I mean, it's amazing he's been doing it year after year.
So many different teams, so many different cultures, but he seems to adapt every place he goes.
And he still looks like he's like 22 years old.
Isn't that amazing? And loves the game.
Yeah.
He has great zest for the game.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
From deep, Harden, he's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket. Bulls trail by 8. Wade passes to Rondo. Lopez, a screen on Beverly. Rondo kicks to Wade. Down low. Knocked loose. Stolen by Nene. Harden dishes to Ariza. And now it's a double-digit lead.
Playing smart offensively in the first half, no doubt about it.
That's what they do. They find the high percentage shots, and they nail them.
And Trevor Ariza, one of the more consistent 3-and-D wings. Seems like he puts up pretty much the same numbers, Greg, every season.
Yeah, Kevin, a little bit of what you see is what you get. The difference I saw in him last year, though, although subtle, was the dip in number of assists and rebounds. The one thing Ariza has to guard against is getting too comfortable floating to that three-point line.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Defense has been atrocious lately for them. You can't blame him at all for wanting to address that here in this timeout.
So it's Chicago now. They trail by 11. Outside Rondo. Here's Wade. And the call will be against Robin Lopez. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
When you have space like he did there, you never go with the fadeaway jumper. He has to attack the rim next time.
Pablo Prigioni is checked in for Houston. Houston leading by 9. Back to Harden. In the corner, it's Capella. Wade against Harden. 6 on the shot clock. And it's D. Wade with the rebound. Bulls have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. The dish now to Lopez. That one goes in.
Lopez knows his length is an asset to him on the offensive end, and he used it right there.
Grant, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Bulls have gone 8 of 13 from the free throw line. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Harden the pass to Ariza. To the middle, got a piece of it. Capella kicks to Prigioni. Here's Nene. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Grant kicks to Lopez. Butler dishes to Lopez. And that one comes up a bit short. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
That would have been a good time to just keep it simple. No need to rush that pass.
Chicago making a switch here. McDermott's checked in. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Brewer is checked in for Nene. Bulls trail by 8. Pass to McDermott. The 3. Here's Lopez. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And the instincts of Lopez on the glass right there. Huge.
Valentine's checked in for the Bulls. And a switch here also for Houston. Anderson's checked in. The Bulls have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts. Smitty is an NBA veteran. What were some of the things you missed the least about playing on the road?
Just trying to fill time. You know, after shoot around, you get finished around 12. And then sometimes the game is not until 7, so you don't have that much time. But those days off, everybody's at work, and you're just roaming around the city.
Yeah.
You got to really get close to your teammates, do some things like going to the movies, having dinner, and basically getting your rest.
Routine's a big deal, isn't it?
It is, and obviously the one good thing you can do is get into the weight room and work on your body on the off time and give your body some rest.
Here's McDermott. The Rockets making the shot. Back to Grant. Not really his range, and it's off target.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The 11-footer. Harden's shot is off.
Wow, see, that's a shot you hate to miss. Point-blank range, too.
Valentine kicks to Grant. Here's the screen. 4 on the clock. Valentine setting the pick for McDermott. No good from outside. Rockets leading by 10. Harden inside the three-point line. Gets a very good look and converts. Harden's got 16.
There's something to be said about putting a team on your back, trying to will it to victory. His scoring has been phenomenal this quarter.
One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Remarkable scoring display that he's putting on. They have to regroup, stop the momentum. Plain and simple, they have to cool him off for a couple of minutes. One strategy they might employ is to force him to work hard on the defensive end and to try and sap some of his energy.
The Bulls making a switch here. Snell's checked in. Gordon's checked in for the Rockets. Well, the Bulls shooting 47% in the second quarter. Grant the pass to Lopez. Back to Grant. And again, no good by Chicago.
Okay, his shot isn't there tonight. It's a major reason why they're behind. He needs to start sharing the basketball.
The Rockets have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
For Houston, Pablo Prigioni at the line for 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Prigioni.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Prigioni hits them both. Grant with the ball. He kicks it to Valentine. High post Lopez. Here's Snell. There's the feed to McDermott. And he's good on the three ball. McDermott's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's his aggressive mentality, always ready to shoot. In catch-and-shoot situation, McDermott gets set, and he's ready to fire.
There's the screen. Outside Gordon. Shoots from the block. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Lopez has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now Valentine. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. The lead now in single digits.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Rockets leading by 8. Prigioni dishes to Anderson. The pass to Prigioni. Anderson the screen. Prigioni kicks to Anderson. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Valentine. He dishes it to McDermott. 1:31 left in the first half of basketball. Screen by Grant. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
You know, depending on the game situation, that kind of mistake can be deadly. Come on, you got to have awareness on the court.
Ennis, he's checked in for Pablo Prigioni. There's 1:26 left to play here in the second quarter. Ennis passes to Capella. Kicks it to Ennis. This one for 3. And another 3 for Houston.
The defense totally blew it. They left him way too wide open, and he dropped that one with ease.
Dishes it to Valentine. At the top of the key, McDermott. Down low. The 10-footer. And it's Lopez. And time on the assist by McDermott. Lopez has got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, they're still behind in this game, but not because of his shooting. He's been lights out.
There's a good screen. And here's Anderson from the arc. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 6 rebounds in the game.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Now, here's Grant. It's stolen by Capella. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Shoots. Brewer's shot is off.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
On that play, you got to trust your teammates. Instead of forcing that one, just pass it.
Now, here's Grant. Passes it to Snell. Lets it go with a 3. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Rockets lead by 11. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Dwayne, is defense where you're going to win this game?
Well, it is. You know, we got to get more stops, and when we get opportunities to get out in transition, we got to look up and we got to get the ball up. I think right now we're getting rebounds and we're taking a break. We got to go, man. We got a very deep team. We got to use it. So second half, we're going to look to run a little more.
Yeah, walking it up isn't going to get it done against this team. Thanks, Dwayne. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you've enjoyed our first half of action. I'm Ernie Johnson welcoming you back. Shaquille O'Neal is right there. Kenny the Jet Smith is right there, and this here is the halftime report. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 16 points and 4 assists. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
Well, they're getting high percentage looks, good game planning. The ball is moving around. Guys aren't pulling the trigger at the first thing they see. They're definitely staying disciplined. That's a big part of what has them having the lead at the halftime.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on the Bulls.
They need to break it down. And I look at the individual areas that they're struggling, like they're getting pounded. I mean pounded, Ernie, on the boards. That's a hustle stat.
That concludes our halftime presentation. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago, a time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. We've seen Robin Lopez really having a great game.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency, that just makes every other facet of the game easy.
Well, once you know that the only defense they can offer is fouling you, the game is yours.
Bulls trail by 11. Jimmy Butler is out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Lopez in at the center. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And that one's good by Butler.
I love the aggressiveness by Butler when he's driving the basketball to the bucket.
Beverly dishes to Capella. The kick out to Anderson. There's the pick. Beverly the pass to Anderson. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Anderson's got 11.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
On the defensive end, you have to fight through screen. That is a commitment.
Now here's Rondo. Lopez outside. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Stolen by Anderson. Feeds it to Beverly. Ball's knocked loose. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Kicks it out to Ariza. Anderson up top. From deep.
Whenever Gibson is nearby, shooters are going to think twice. Just an incredible defensive player with a great feel for the game.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Sheer hustle and will out there. He wanted the ball more, and he went up and got it with some style.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Outside Rondo. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to 13 after the bucket is good from Gibson.
Great look there from Robin Lopez. Rare to see a big man with that kind of playmaking ability.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Anderson the screen. Here's Ariza. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 5th assist in this one.
Just crushing it here. 80% to start the half.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, it was controversial in Chicago, but the Bulls hired Fred Hoiberg to replace Tom Thibodeau. Hoiberg played for a decade in the NBA, and at Iowa State, he was the fastest coach in school history to reach 100 wins. In Chicago, guys, it seems he's loosened the reins a bit, giving the players a little more leeway to shoot with confidence and air it out offensively.
The players have responded. Thanks, David. And last season, Taj Gibson dealing with his name being on the trading block for a good portion of the time. Steve, seemed like it was finally his chance to break out and put up big numbers, too.
Well, you see Taj Gibson's ability to play above the rim. Defensively, he is solid. You were waiting for his offensive game to catch up to everything. He's not there yet, but he's one of those guys that's a terrific contributor on the team, and you got to have him.
Now here's Rondo. He has 5. Butler on the wing. Ariza covering. Here's Lopez, and he uses the glass on the layup. Lopez has got 4 points this quarter.
And that soft touch of Lopez makes things easy for him down there.
Pass to Beverly. To the middle. Got a piece of it. Rockets leading by 11. Dives for it, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo. Mirotic is checked in for Lopez. Nene, he's checked in for Houston. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Shot clock at 3. They get it back, and he gets it to go.
Really good shooting night for him, doing everything he can to help his team stretch this lead.
Chicago calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Got it, and the Houston lead has been cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Mirotic. Here's the dish to Beverly. Back to Harden. Nene left side. Gibson with the steal. Wade on the wing. Lets it go from 14. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Taj Gibson is one of those players that's just always in the right place at the right time, never plays outside himself on either end. He just gives you effort every time out.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Wade. And with Gibson, you like that he can play as a starter or come off the bench. He's effective in both. He's comfortable in either role, as he's done both, Steve, for extended periods of time.
Because his mindset, whether starting or coming off the bench, is to play with energy, effort, and to defend. So any role, starter or off the bench, he thrives.
And so he hits both.
Dwayne Wade at the stripe. How many times have we said that before? He lives there.
And here's Harden. He's got 16. He feeds it to Anderson. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Anderson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Not the best pick I've ever seen, but it was just enough to get the job done.
Inside. Here's Mirotic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Houston leading by 9. Beverly with the ball. Harden outside. Shot off the pick. Chicago grabs the miss. Mirotic has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Pass to Rondo. Outside Gibson. Clock at 6. Looking for Wade. He gets it there. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. That one falls. That's now 8 points for Taj Gibson.
How about the determination of Gibson? No one is going to stop him when he skies up.
And Beverly kicks to Nene. Anderson in the post, covered by Mirotic. Nene down low. Gibson on him, and the shot's good from Nene.
I can't believe defenders are not aware. They cannot allow him that position.
You got to be physical. Push him off the block. Get him off the spot.
Rondo kicks to Butler. Gibson the screen. Butler against Ariza. Gibson. That shot missing. And Houston the other way now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And it's slammed in by Ariza.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Ariza against Rondo. Wade outside. Gibson the screen. Shoots off the screen. James Harden with the rebound. Houston leading by 11. Inside. The shot by Nene. No good.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a whole different ball game down low when this fella's lurking around.
Now here's Wade. 12 points for him. The kick outside to Butler. Takes the three. Butler missing again.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
He also understands better than most how to use angles, and that was the reason why.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Gibson. Tony Snell comes in for Butler. Valentine's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Jaren Grant in for Rajon Rondo. And the free throw, no good. Bulls trail by 13. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Tony Snell, the New Mexico product, what you love about him is his length on the wing. His height at 6'7" gives him the advantage to be able to guard quicker guys, and he also can play guys at the 2 or the 3.
The length, Steve, of Snell has, got that advantage on the wing. It does make him a very unique player, very smooth, in his shot as we see, and he can cover a lot of ground.
Yes, I mean, that's the new trend around the league. Find some guys at the wing position with a lot of length. They can guard multiple guys, and then on the offensive end, you said it best, makes it look smooth because of his elevation over smaller defenders.
And the Rockets making a change here. Brewers checked in. And so Snell nails both of them. Rockets leading by 11. Ennis kicks to Ariza. Down low, here's Nene, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
That's his second personal foul.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And that one misses. The Bulls have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. McDermott dishes to Grant. He kicks to Snell. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. In the corner, it's Brewer. Shoots the three. The shot off that time. Bulls trail by 13 to the left wing. Grant gets a wide open look. Buries it from three-point range. Grant's got 5. Houston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And Brewer kicks to Nene. That one misses. And the Bulls going the other way now. Here's Snell. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Rockets leading by 8. And there's the feed to Brewer. On the wing, Eric Gordon. That one a little long.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Beautiful pick. Ugly shot.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The pass to Nene. From 12 feet out, and good that time. 17 points in the game.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
Snell kicks to Grant. Stolen by Nene. To the middle. 11 feet away. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And now a 9-point Rocket lead.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Valentine kicks to Mirotic. Here's Snell. 7 points in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
He just looks uncomfortable offensively, really over the course of the whole game, and it's killing his team.
And it's blocked by Mirotic. And he gets it back. Brewer's shot is off. Bulls trail by 9. McDermott for 3. The shot, no good. It's Ariza on the wing. Expanding his range. Rebound by the Bulls. Mirotic just got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Kicks to Grant. We've got 1:23 left in the third. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And the Bulls making a change here. Lopez is checked in, and a change for the Rockets. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Houston leading by 9. Now Ennis. Outside Gordon. Fires the 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Lopez has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Now here's Lopez. Lopez a screen. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Shot to stop the drought. The shot misses.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
That will be in his head. The next time he comes down the lane, he'll have thoughts about that one. That's just terrific ball movement to get his teammate a wide open shot.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Denzel Valentine. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Butler, he's checked in for Chicago. Now here's Ennis. He's covered by Grant. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the third. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
Rockets have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. The Rockets making a switch here. Regione's checked in. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half. And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
They set the pick. The open shot by Brewer. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Brewer's got his first basket. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Rockets on top. They storm through the end of the quarter on a 9-0 run. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Fred Hoiberg in a recent huddle with his players.
Keep fighting, fellas. All right, one possession at a time. All right, how are we going to do it? Take care of the ball. Make sure we're getting back in transition. A lot of game left. All right, we'll get it going here. We'll get it going.
Fred Hoiberg encouraging his players to live in the moment. Don't worry about the score right now. Just keep plowing ahead.
Yeah, great point. You can't undo what's already been done. Just deal with what you can control, which is the next possession.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Clint Capella is out there with Anderson. Then it's Harden. Then there's Gordon. And it's Prigioni in at the one spot. Now here's Anderson. And there's the foul. Goes on Taj Gibson. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Prigioni. Down low, Capella scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Now here's Rondo. Lopez outside. To the middle. Wade against Harden. Count it, and the Houston lead has been cut down to 14 points again thanks to the basket from Wade.
If you let Wade get the ball that deep, there really isn't anything you can do.
Harden the pass to Anderson. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Bulls shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Outside Rondo. He dishes it to Gibson. Gibson the screen. Outside Rondo. Drains the three-pointer.
Add another triple to their second half total.
3 ball, 3 ball, 3 ball. That's what we're hearing in the second half.
Harden dishes to Gordon. Prigioni for 3. Rebound by Butler. Bulls trail by 11. To the inside. Here's Lopez. That cuts the lead to single digits.
Great concentration from Lopez to absorb the contact and finish the play off anyway.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Houston.
For the Bulls, one shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Takes a 3. Buries it from three-point range. And the Rockets lead by 11.
The defense has to stay on their toes on him. They have to be active guarding the perimeter or they will continue to get burned.
Rondo kicks to Lopez. Dishes it to Butler. Shoots from 12. That's good on the jump shot.
Wonderful work from Butler. He has a variety of ways to score the ball inside the paint.
Anderson, a screen on Wade. Harden the pass to Anderson. Back to Harden. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Gibson the screen. Wade kicks to Rondo. And the shot falls short this time. Rockets leading by 9. Beverly dishes to Anderson. Great D that time from Gibson.
You love the closeout on that possession.
I love it because you don't give up on the play. Just that little contest bothered his shot.
Now here's Wade. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
His whole career, Wade has been making shots like that through contact. Great stuff.
Milicic is checked in for Taj Gibson. And a switch here also for Houston. Ariza's checked in. That's good from Wade. Rockets have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And the basket by Harden.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
I really thought we would see more defense, but the opposite has been the case.
Now here is Mirotic. Butler passes to Mirotic. Lopez a screen. And Mirotic kicks to Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That is his first foul of the game. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. There's a screen. Wade kicks to Rondo.
And great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
And the Rockets with possession here. At one point, they led by 16. Harden dishes to Beverly. Down low. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
That was a risky pass. Poor decision, really. Fortunately, they didn't lose the possession.
Harden missing again. Here's Chicago. They're on a 13-5 run. The drive by Wade, and it's Wade with the jam.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up with it.
And this comeback was fueled by doing it on both ends of the floor. Let's see if they have that same energy level to keep this up.
Now, here is Harden, and good, he nails it. Harden's got 20. Now, here's Rondo. Lopez outside. Passes it to Butler. And the layup's good off the glass.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Harden the pass to Ariza. Anderson outside. It's up a 3. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
All about converting your opportunities. He just hit his second 3 of this half, 3rd of the night.
Rondo kicks to Lopez. Feeds it to Butler. Again, Chicago.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Rockets leading by 7. There's a good screen. Anderson dishes to Capella, and it's good for 2.
A really outstanding job by the offense to get the ball right near the bucket.
That's good from Capella. Bulls have gone on a tear here in the fourth. They're 8 of 9 on field goal attempts in the quarter. Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Definitely. He saw some stuff he didn't like out there, and I think taking this time to calm his guys down is the right call.
It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to listen in on what Fred Hoiberg told his team. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Butler passes to Rondo. Trying to find Mirotic, gets it to him. Count that bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Beverly against Rondo. Anderson the screen. Harden inside the three-point line. The shot, no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Rondo against Beverly. Rondo kicks to Butler. To the paint. Shoots from 12. Lopez, no luck. Rockets leading by 8. Pass to Anderson. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Now the Bulls with it. There's the dish to Mirotic. Lets it go from 14. It's rebounded by Houston. At one point, they led by 16. Anderson passes to Beverly. And that one hits back iron.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
No, not at all. When you see him guard you, just try to move the basketball on.
Now here's Rondo. Mirotic sets the screen for Rondo. Goes up on the high post. Mirotic's shot is off.
And that's the shot he has to take.
You just can't pass up wide open looks. You must shoot it.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The first free throw is good. He's off on the second.
When you think of the best as far as two-way players, Jimmy Butler is one of the first names that comes to mind. Great blend of offense and defense. Gives you effort on both sides of the ball every night.
Now here's Butler. Lopez, a screen on Ariza. And it's Butler missing. Rockets leading by 9. And it's Ariza in the corner. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. 14 points for Ariza. And for Butler, his effort is something that never comes into question, Steve. He is a competitor.
You have guys that compete on the offensive end, but when you love a guy that does it at the same type rate on the defensive end, he's a two-way player, but one of the best we've seen.
Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Ariza, Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And here's Rondo. Wade outside. Just 5 on the clock. That shot misses. Good D by Harden. He feeds it to Anderson. Back to Harden. They set the screen. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
It wouldn't be the first time. He's a closer, a player who loves to slam the door shut.
Rondo kicks to Lopez. Here's Wade. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Rockets leading by 15. Beverly with the ball. Pass to Harden. He kicks it to Ariza. Expanding his range. And another 3 for Houston.
defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Timeout, timeout.
Chicago calls timeout.
Start it.
Get off the court, Bulls!
Stolen by Harden. Over in the corner, Beverly. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Outside Rondo. The feed to Lopez. Rondo dishes to Mirotic. It's rebounded by Houston. Anderson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Beverly. The pass to Harden. 6 to shoot. Here's Capella.
Bulls foul. Robin Lopez. That's his 5th personal foul. At the line for the Rockets, Clint Capella. Taking 2 shots.
He's off on the first. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Houston with a big group substitution here. Nene, he's checked in for Anderson. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. Pablo Prigioni, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Tyler Ennis in for Patrick Beverly. Good on the second free throw. And there's 1:45 left to play in the final quarter. Grant the pass to McDermott. Kicks it to Snell. Back to McDermott. Gibson the screen. McDermott can't get it to go. Rockets leading by 22.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Rockets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for James Harden.
This was a fantastic game for him from a leadership standpoint. He set the tone for the entire team with the way he moved the basketball, always keeping everyone involved in the offense.
So it's the Rockets now, following the miss by Taj Gibson. On the wing, Brewer. Stolen. Now McDermott to stop the run. Grant outside. From past the arc, drills the three-pointer. Houston in total control. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Prigioni kicks to Brewer. Nene, the screen. Here's the screen. Over to the left wing. 5 to shoot. Here's Ennis. But they'll get another chance. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, James. Congrats on the win. Looked like you guys really had a lot of confidence and really had a lot of flow offensively.
Yeah, we just tried to move the ball and make the game easy tonight. We did a great job of actually just guys getting shots, easy shots, and our defense really stepped up.
Yeah, great team performance all around, James. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you later.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, seen here. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
This is just no way to keep James Harden in check when he's locked in like that. He's got too many ways to beat you. He combines scoring on the perimeter, scoring inside, step back, and he can pass it like nobody else. Harden was a steamroller tonight. Just stay out of his way. He didn't even try to Euro step tonight. Run him over, Harden.
He had the scorer's mentality tonight. I think his coach knew it. His teammates knew it, and the fans even knew it. More than once, they gave him the rock and just simply got out of his way. Obviously, it worked for them tonight.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.